So the Dankeeper short was made at Pixar, and including myself, the directors and leaders of the short, we were all part of Pixar family. And then we worked on that film like while we were working on the Monsters University together. And then at Pixar, it's like a giant team. You are part of this big team to make this beautiful film that is in a very, very long marathon format. Of course, it's a huge fun to actually be part of it, but at the same time, there's not so much you can do. You are just part of the bigger thing. And what we really loved about actually making the Dankeeper is actually from the beginning to the end, you own everything. It's your own idea, your own decision making. And even if you mess everything up, it's your fault. Even still, it's really just you. So that's like the difference between what you do at Pixar and what you do for your personal stuff. And it's not like, one thing is better than another. It's just different. And there's always something you can learn from each individual circumstance. Going back to your question, the Dankeeper short, it's really through that opportunity I was realized again and remind myself of that, how important it is to actually keep on telling your own story. Of course, that actually gave me courage to actually move on to the next step, which is actually leaving the studio of Pixar. It is not easy. It should start from yourself. You cannot find your own style from other artists. Of course, you can learn from them. You can be inspired, and you can actually trying to follow their technique or their own way to approach their art. There's always limitation on that. So the core and concept should really come from yourself, and it really needs to come from your personal story in a very personal, deep level. And then it may just really open yourself to find your own style. I mean, it may sound very abstract, but I don't think there's any other way to actually, do that, because it's really in you. It's not really from somewhere else. It has to be from you, right? Is this my personal opinion? First of all, you will have to have a goal. Of course, you can draw things beautifully. You can paint beautiful colors, but so what? That's my question. So through your talent, through your filmmaking or art creating or sculpture, dance, performance, whatever that is, through that type of art form, what do you like to say? I think that's one of the important things to become the artist who actually moves on to the next level. Of course, you can be good at like just painting or drawing. You can always do that. But to really reach to the level you'll find your happiness will be the level where you can actually know what your goal is when you decided to become an artist. Second attitude is to enjoy. You gotta have fun. If you feel like this is just working or studying, I don't think you can go far. You will have to really enjoy every single moment of animating or painting or writing. Otherwise, it's going to be very torturous because it's really hard. It's not easy at all. Of course, as much as it's fun, it can be very hard and torturous. So I think being able to enjoy every bit of process, I think it's one of the really important things. At last is you just gotta be humble. And then you gotta really know who you are and where you stand in terms of like really, really, unlimited, eternal growth. It's not like you have a destination there. You can just keep growing, keep learning, maybe till you close your eyes. I really do think so. And then, no matter what of really aspiring artists you meet, you'll realize how humble they are, because they know there are so many talents out there. There's so many different people who have so many different voices. You just gotta really open your eyes and ears to that, so that just the only way to keep yourself growing and then moving on to the next level, on and on and on. So I think so. I think that's my little 2 cents to your question. Yeah.